Good afternoon, and welcome to Blind Builds with Blind Prime. We are continuing our Modular Cave System series, and today we will be building the next couple of stages of the middle cave section that we constructed in the previous video in this new series. On the middle blocks, here is the middle section that we completed last time. I went ahead and added a couple of mushrooms with pink flowers on top. And then I put over here a little plant leaf on top of a little like lily pad leaf plant that I got in the Lego Plants pack. And I got all these pink flowers because I visited the Lego World, not Lego World, the Lego store over in Orlando, Florida, in the month of March once, and they had a bunch of pink flowers, and so I just was like, oh, flowers, and I got too many. So now I just try to figure out where to use them. Anyway, I also put a little spider going on right there. Little spider hanging out. Little spider dude. And yeah, I just wanted to touch it up with a little bit of green. And I even put a little froggy over here on a lily pad near where the staircase will come up to this section from the previous module. And I believe there is also a little froggy friend hanging out underneath the mushrooms and stuff. Yeah, he's in there. He's just hanging out. And yeah, so that's what I've completed with that, just to update you guys on what's going on in the center of it. And that's mainly just because I wanted to remind myself that that this area isn't really to be built upon. This area is going to be a hollow section of this particular unit to make it as if it were a pathway or something akin to that. You got this little overlook that's got the graded floor. And yeah, so you need places to get to it. And that also means that this section across the way from the where the guardrails are, there's that little area where you can actually climb up from the previous area. So it's just a hollow section there that will allow your Lego characters to look down to the previous segment. And on that wall across from it, there's not going to really be an entrance. You don't really need an entrance there for this unit, but you can make a sort of entrance, and that's where I like to have fun with these caves. Is you can look at the place and go, all right, I want an entrance there, but I don't want it to be a normal entrance, not an entrance that may have been carved out with water or an entrance that may have been carved out by hand, but I want another type of entrance. So you can make a rock slide entrance, like it was just a sinkhole that opened up or something and everything collapsed in. So we're going to play with that. It's going to use a lot of different type of angles, and it should be fun. And we also get to use the angle stuff that just kind of piles up in your collection after a while, because you don't normally don't have many uses for the angles. Like, they're useful, but only in specific circumstances. Building a cave, a mountain cave section, those circumstances open up and become more broad, because angled areas are very common in caves because nothing's really exactly flat. So everything is angled. You got erosion that occurs and stuff like that. Excuse me. So let's start with this. So we'll start building it, and as I build, I'll talk about the pieces I'm assembling onto it. The same process that I've started doing for this series, learning from one's mistakes, is I build it, I look around, I find all the pieces, and then I assemble it to a certain point, and then I disassemble it, and then I talk to you about it. So we've finally come back around to this stuff. Sorry, it's been a little bit. It's just been a busy week, and I lost most of my mountain. The mountain is sad now. The mountain is very sad now. I'm going to do a video soon on what survived in the mountain and what I can learn from what survived from the mountain crashing and what didn't survive. Because, it's sad that the mountain died, but at the same time, it's a learning experience, and I can take from those pieces and understand how to ensure that the next mountain, if it were to fall, it won't be destroyed so easily. I even had some sections that didn't really get destroyed at all. And those sections are going to be studied by me, and I'll do it on camera and point out areas in those sections that you've showcased how sturdy and strong it is. But we're talking about this current piece right now, and we'll be talking about the analysis of the cave disaster, the Great Cat Slide 2022, and that'll be another video entitled The Great Cat Slide of 2022. So, this piece I have, hi Sugar, it's a sugar cat. Now Sugar, don't go knocking anything over. All right, so I have this piece here that's let's see how wide it is. It is 1, 2, 3, is it 3 or 4? There we go, better spot. 1, 2, 3 studs wide at its, wait, no, 4 studs wide at its widest, right? 1, 2, 3, no, 3. I'm a terrible person at counting. And then 3 studs at its widest, and then it's really long, so we're gonna count 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna subtract 4 from 16, and we're gonna get 12. And that means that this thing is 12. What was that? What did you do? What was that bump? Huh? Oh, Lord. I hope that was just her jumping off and not destroying something. Anyway, this is a 3 by 12 piece that slants. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 actual studs at the top. Sugar, Sugar, I love you. Yes, yes, you're such a cool, cute cat. Please, you're messing up the flow here, Sugar. Anyway, it's 12 long by 3, and it's got 4 studs on the top. Everything else is tiled. Everything else is flat, smooth. And this piece is really fun. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it and we're going to put it right here on the very corner. Not exactly on the corner. We're going to leave 1 stud bare on the edge. So it's going to go from if you're going to consider this top left corner to be the 1 position in the stud range, then it's going to start at the 2 position. And it's going to cover, what is that noise you just made? Oh, great. Now my cats have me worried about destroying mountains. Yeah, and that's what you're trying to do, Sugar. What are you doing? Come over here. Sugar, come over here. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, I didn't realize you were in the room whenever I locked the door. How about you come over here? I can actually trust Cream in here, but I can't trust you in here. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah? Yeah, you want to say goodbye to the camera? Huh? Bye-bye. Yeah, you're going to go outside. Because I'm stressing about you when I'm around the Legos. Yeah. Yeah, you're adorable. Yes, you are. But you're also dangerous. Give me this piece of paper. Okay, my bad. I didn't realize she was in the room. The thing I want to try and keep from doing is having them destroy any more of my Legos. Maybe I'm on edge about that for a little while. Anyway, where were we? Probably completely spaced out. That's where we were. We were right here. Putting this piece on. So we've got, and my apologies for all the interruptions. We've got this really wonderful piece here that's a 12 by 3 tile slanty bit we've talked about for probably 5 minutes now as I've dealt with other things. And we're going to come over here and we're going to get some more pieces. So what we've got here is an assortment of a 1, 2, 3, 4, a 1 by 4 on top of a 1 by 4, but on the very edge it's got a 1 by 1. So this 1 by 1 brick is going to fit right into that corner spot, the corner I called the first position corner. And then this 1 by 4 is going to fit right next to the 1 by 1. And that's going to make a nice corner section of like a wall, and then this tile bit will slant down into this crevice that exists that the guardrails are for. Now, we're going to put this other 1 by 4 right there. And that's going to go right on top of the 1 by 1 and on the 1 by 4, leaving 1 stud revealed on the end here. And that stud will allow us to play around with something. So now we're going to take this. This is a slanted up 1 by 2 that becomes a 1 by 1 after 2 bricks height. So it's a 1 by 2 that slants up to a 1 by 1 but takes 2 bricks to make the slant. And we can put that on the very edge there. It's going to make a nice looking piece. We've got that 1x1 section missing. I know I put it somewhere around here. That's all of my confusion caused me to forget exactly how I built this thing originally. Which can happen. I'm not going to lie about that. Oh, right. That's what I did. So we're going to take this 1x4 here, and we're going to remove it from the top area, and that's going to leave this entire area here. Then this 1x4 is going to go close to this 1x2 slant up to 1x1 brick, and that's going to make a nice wall going across. Then it's going to leave one stud visible right there at the corner. Now we're going to take this 1, 2, 3, this 1x3, and we're going to put it right there. And that's going to leave us 2 studs at the end to play with on top of this giant slanted piece that we use, this giant angled piece, the 3x12. So now that we're done with that, we are done with the first corner. Corner number 1 is complete. Now we're going to work on corner number 2. And corner number 2, which is directly across from this slanted bit, is over here in the area. So we've got, and I do try to keep all of my corners quadrated, so they think sugar played with them just a bit. So, okay, we've got this one piece. All right, and there's those, and there's that. Perfect. So we've got an elbow here, a nice elbow, and this elbow will go, yep, this elbow is going to fit right on the corner, on the second quadrant corner, and that's a 1, 2, 3 stud, 1 brick height elbow, and that's going to leave 1 space visible right there, and there should be, amongst all this, a 1x1. Look at that, there's the 1x1, and the 1x1 can go right there to fill that gap. And now we've got this other gap over here on this side, and this is where this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 maybe will come into play. Or will it be this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? No, it's going to be the 1x6. So the 1x6 is going to go right on the other end of that elbow, stretching all the way to corner number 3. And, or if you would like to call it the 5 o'clock. Right now we're playing at the 2 o'clock corner. Earlier we played it at the 11 o'clock corner. And then we're going to get all the way around to the 7 o'clock corner. Yeah, we'll call it the 7 o'clock corner. Maybe we should call it the 7.5 o'clock corner, whatever. All right, that's actually not right. We may have messed that up. Yeah, I'm actually pretty sure I just screwed that up. Unless I didn't. Nope, I didn't. I was leaving that area pretty big and open. Okay, so make sure I didn't screw this up. All right, so now that you've got this 1x6 attached to the elbow, and that's going to give you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 studs to work with. This 1x8 will go right on top of that. Yep. Correctly on top of that. There we go. And that's going to give us a nice solid corner there. And finally, this 1x2 that we have is going to go right there to fill in the 1x1 to the elbow connection. And that's going to give us a nice sturdy corner to work with, mirroring the corner on the other side, except that, you know, like I was saying, I like to play with effects, and maybe there were mountainslides or something. So this corner on the other side looks a little different because, you know, there was something happened here. Something in the past happened that brought this stuff down and changed it. Now, let's go ahead and work on corner number 3. I'm going to move little Blind Prime over here so he can hang out. Let's see. I'm going to poke the spider with the stick. It's gonna try and poke the spider with the stick. Yeah, that's what Blind Prime's going to be spending this time doing. There you go. Poke the spider. All right. And now let's work on corner number 3. So corner number 3, we'll take a. Let's see, what do we got over here? Corner number 3 is a corner that hasn't really been worked on much. It's pretty barren in comparison, but that's mainly because it's got a lot of future plans. So we've got this 1x2 that becomes a 1x1 at the top, but it takes 3 bricks to get there, 3 bricks in height to get there. We're going to go ahead and take it, put it on the other end of this little green thing that I put there to symbolize where I want things to go. So, yeah, it's important to give yourself little blockers, especially if you're blind and trying to remember where things are supposed to go. So, I had a little area here that sank in, and I decided to give it a tile bit that's, I think, is green. I hope it's the green one. But let's go ahead and put down the next bits. So, we've got this 2x2 brick, a full-on square brick. That's going to go right in the corner. Boom. Perfect. And then we've got this 2x1, that be 1x2, that becomes a 1x1, only one brick in height, and we're going to put that at the very end, and that's a slanty. And then we've got this little bitty piece here, this cheese wedge, and we're going to save the cheese wedge because I didn't like where I put it, and I'm going to change its position, and we're going to have fun with this corner in just a minute. Now, let's move over here to the final bit. Now we're going to take this bit away from here, right here, because that's actually important for something else. That's a little build. And we've got these pieces here for the final corner. Corner number 4. And corner number 4 is going to be pretty simple. So what I've done here is I've got a 2x4 brick. And this 2x4 brick is just going to go boom, right there in the corner. It's all done. Beautiful 2x4 brick. Now I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, a 1x6 brick, and that's going to go. Wait. This 2x4 brick is actually not right. My bad. Come here, get up. Don't you connect to anything yet. You've got a job to do, and I see my problem. What happened here? What's going on? Did you take a piece with you? You did! That's what's going on. I'm feeling all this going, wait a second, something's wrong. And I'm like, oh, right. Okay, that guy took a piece with him whenever I peeled him up. And no, bad thing. Okay, we're actually going to keep that how we had it. Yeah. Even though I don't like that too much. But I don't really have the pieces to change it. So we're going to put the 2x4 there. And then we're going to put the 1x6 beside it. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to take a 1, 2, 3, a 1x3 elbow, right angle elbow. So, 1, 2, and then it goes down 1. And that's going to go on the edge of this 1x6 to make a square block at the end. Perfectly little square block. And then we can put this 2x2 right there on top of it. And there we go. There's the 2x2 on top of that. And now, to finish all this up, we've got a few pieces here. Now we've got this unique little structure I built, which is just a couple of rocks, a little plant piece, one of those 1x1s that has a bunch of leaves coming out of it. Actually, I think it's 2 of those 1x1s that have a bunch of leaves coming out of them. Yeah, stacked on top of each other, and then there's a tile on top that I think is green. So all of this can actually go right here in the corner area. And I'm trying to think if I want it there, or if I actually want to put it over here in this area that I've just kind of created. And I think it may work pretty well right there, and allow a little cubby in the corner for people to hide or something. And yeah, I like it here. So we're just going to go ahead and talk about how to build it. So, what to build it with is you're going to need a 1x2 that goes up 3 studs. We're going to put that right here at the corner, right where that 2x2 brick is put on top of the elbow that connects to the 1x6 on corner number 4. So it's going to go right there, but on the inside area. And now we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 studs left on the inside of this corner to mess with. And that's where this next piece will come into play, which is this 2x2 that slants up into a 1x1. Yeah, it's a 3 or a 2-cornered slanty uppy into a 1x1, and that's going to go right there in the corner section. Boom. And then we're going to have these 2 1x1s that have 3 leaves on them each, and they're going to go right on top of that. And then finally, to hold it all into place, we've got this tile. And this tile is going to just snap on top of all of that, and it's going to connect these 2 pieces together, hopefully. No problems. No problems, right? Right? All the problems in the world, all the time. So we're going to kind of move things around just a bit. And, right, we could put it like that. Have the tile section tilted out where it's bet now. We'll just put it here. Just so. Perfect. Perfect. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. It's cool. Anyway, guys, that is how you... Oh, wait, we forgot about this cheese wedge. So, I think the cheese wedge can actually go over here in this corner area. Maybe. Or we could put it over here. Oh, there's so many options for a cheese wedge. Oh, where are we going to put the cheese wedge? You know, I could put the cheese wedge over here in the corner. Or right there. Yeah. So now that corner number 1 has that slanty down bit, and it slants down into a cheese wedge. That's a nice place for a cheese wedge. Anyway, guys, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I know it may have been a bit long because of the cat intrusions, and me explaining what happened to the cave. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and please tune in next Prime. We will talk about another layer of the cave in the next Blind Builds episode, and in the next Transformers episode, I'm sure we'll have something. I've got a few Transformers on backlog that we're going to work with. And in this next coming week, we are also going to be talking about G.I. Joe Classified. And also, I've reached my 300th video. This is actually 302. So, cool. Woo woo. And I'm currently at 398 subscribers. So thank you all so much for subscribing. And please, like, subscribe, and share. And if you can afford it, hit me up on the GoFundMe. It really helped my channel grow in these next few months. There's a lot of big items coming out that I really want to talk to you about, but I just really can't afford. And it'd be cool. But thank you very much. Have a great day.